think about anything better. If you want to see a dinosaur, you just think about a dinosaur, and and a dinosaur appears in front of your glasses, and you see everything about the dinosaur. You see how big the dinosaur is. You know what I mean? How big dinosaurs were, how big they actually were. Could they fly? Could they eat? Did they lay eggs or did they give birth directly? You can see all that with just thinking about it through ChatGPT. Did dinosaurs have VV? Maybe. Maybe dinosaurs did have VV. That makes me think, if dinosaurs had VV and dinosaurs were so big, does that mean a dinosaur VV could be bigger than my whole body? Oh my god. Chat, I just realized, if dinosaurs were so big, let's say a dinosaur was as big as two trucks stacked up on, does that mean dinosaurs VV is bigger than me? Damn. Oh, whoa, I didn't even think about that. I would actually disappear in front of a dinosaur's VV. Ah. Oh, speaking of dinosaur, look at this. Look how cute the dinosaurs are. It's yellow, it's blue, it's purple, it's pink, it's red, and there's a tiny dinosaur as well. Look. Is that a dinosaur or a bird? Well, I don't know. You tell me. Is that actually a dinosaur or a bird? This makes me think. Is dinosaur and bird different? How different could it be? How different could a dinosaur be from a bird? Look, there's a dinosaur. There's a bird in the midst of dinosaurs. You can't actually say the difference. This looks like a tiny dinosaur. So does that mean a chicken is actually a dinosaur? Damn, I didn't even think about it that way. Maybe chat. Chat, okay, look, I have a theory. Maybe there was a crazy scientist, okay, who made a big light like a Doraemon, like Doraemon had big light, and he thought dinosaurs are way too big for this planet, and he made a light which made everything smaller. So he did not like chickens, so he made the chicken smaller, dinosaur smaller. That's why chickens are small. That explains everything. And it can fly as well. Chickens can also fly. It also looks like a dinosaur. Look, it looks like a dinosaur baby. Chicken also looks like a dinosaur baby. Does that mean there used to be a crazy scientist who made a light? If you put the light on the dinosaur, it made them shrink and become smaller. That's how all the birds are small. Hey, yo! It makes complete sense. So whatever you guys are seeing right now, the modern day birds like chicken and everything. By the way, I like chicken. Not because I'm black, just because I like chicken. Soviet Union keeps saying I like chicken because I'm black. No. I like chicken because I like chicken. That's it. You know what I mean? Dinosaurs are mammals. What difference does it make? What difference does it make? You know what I mean? What difference does it make? Chickens just have feathers extra. Maybe there used to be a dinosaur who also had feathers. Maybe that dinosaur shrunk into a chicken. We're onto something here. Hold up, wait a minute. We're onto something here. Maybe there was a scientist who made every dinosaur smaller. And whatever birds you see today were maybe dinosaurs back then. And maybe the scientist wanted humans to dominate Earth. So he started repopulating the Earth. You know what I mean? That's how there are more humans than birds, than any other things. And we dominate the Earth. We humans dominate the Earth. But let's not forget that scientists made everything smaller. That's why, that's the reason why it's so tiny. Maybe dinosaurs were chickens back then. Maybe dinosaurs were penguins back then. You know what I mean? There's a lot of chickens, birds, which looks like it could be a dinosaur back in the day. Maybe, maybe not. There's so much millions of years of evolution, which makes it might have shrinked. You know what I mean? We evolved so much as a human. We evolved from monkeys, apes. So so are you guys saying there is no possibility that a dinosaur could turn into a chicken? You know what I mean? Huh? Maybe anacondas were dominating the earth and the scientists did not like it. The crazy scientist made a light. If you put the light on it, everything shrinks. That's how anacondas turned into maybe earthworms. That's why. Chad, I get it. I get the connection now. That's why chicken eats earthworms. Dinosaurs ate anacondas. That's why chicken eats earthworms. You know what I mean? They still have the same food cycle, but they're shrunk in size. You know what I mean? That's why chicken is only this much, but back then chicken used to be this big. Then it got shrunk. That's exactly how it is. Damn. Chad, I think I found out, bruh. I think I just found out how the world works. Back then, there used to be a crazy scientist who made everything small so that humans can become the dominant species. You know what I mean? That's why dinosaurs did not go extinct. It just became smaller. Look, this dinosaur is just smaller. Maybe this used to be a dinosaur back then. Now it's now just a pillow cover. Back then it used to be a proper dinosaur maybe. You know what I mean? Or maybe not. Who knows? Yo bro, we can't we don't know about history. How history is written. This is just my theory. Dinosaurs might have been chickens. That's it. That's the end of the story. You know what I mean? That's that. Not just chickens, chat. Don't get me wrong here. Every bird or every thing that looks like a dinosaur today could have been a dinosaur back then. And the scientists made everything smaller. Maybe birds were flying dinosaurs. You know what I mean? There was a lot of birds which were flying dinosaurs. Look, this looks like a anteater, right? But it's a big anteater. It's a big dinosaur. Look, anteaters look like a dinosaur. You know what I mean? Don't they? Don't you lie, chat. Just say it as it is. Don't you lie to me. Doesn't anteater look like a dinosaur? It does. But it looks like a tiny dinosaur. Maybe dinosaurs were anteaters back then. And ants were also as big as an elephant. And the dinosaur ant eaters used to eat the ants which are as big as elephants. And maybe the scientists did not like it. That's why he made everything smaller. Now still, stay with me here. Still, anteaters eat ant. but they're both smaller now. They're both tinier now. But maybe back then it used to be different. It used to be a lot more bigger. This makes complete sense. Absolutely. This makes 100% sense. That's not an eater, that's a whale when the liver is land. What this guy yapping about? There is an anteater, chat. Look, this looks like an anteater. Look. But it's just tiny. Anteaters were dinosaurs back then. Now it's just tiny. Maybe ants were also really big back then. Maybe ants were size of me. And these things used to eat ants. Now they eat it in a smaller perspective. They're tiny. Anteaters are cute now. Kuchi kuchi kuchi. They're cute now. Ants are really really tiny. Kuchi kuchi wee wee wee. It's tiny. But back then, it might have dominated the whole industry. The industry called Earth. You know what I mean? This makes complete sense, bruh. You don't know history. You don't know history either. No one knows history. It's just you're just learning what history is written. But no one knows history. Maybe this was history. How do you know the scientists are not lying? Maybe the scientist look, I have a theory. Scientist woke up one day and he was like, I'm tired of doing research, so I'm just gonna write something which makes dinosaurs extinct. So everyone's gonna think they're extinct and I can take a break from work and go for a vacation instead. That's why the scientist took a vacation and he wrote dinosaurs went extinct. But the reality is, it could as well be these tiny chicken, tiny birds who live among us still. Among Us. Oh, damn, Among Us. Maybe Among Us was also a part of history back then. It just got released now. Maybe Among Us was made back in 5000 BC or something. Maybe not. Maybe everything is just an illusion. You know what I mean? Imagine this. Imagine this. Maybe dinosaurs did not go extinct. Look, this is the proof right here. Dinosaurs did not go extinct. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That will be $1, please. Give me $1. Give me $1. Why is my phone running out of battery? It does not like me yapping. That's the reason why it's going out of battery. It says low battery, 20% remaining, low power mode or cancel. What? What do you want me to do? What does low power mode actually do? I think it's just an illusion. I think it's just a placebo effect. Low power mode makes your battery go lesser, faster, maybe slower, maybe not. Maybe Homo erectus. Wait, what? A Homo erectus? Wait, what? What are you saying, bro? Bro, this guy is making things up now.